Hey guys, how are you doing? I hope you're good. I'm Thomas, this is Tech Productions, and you are watching my mock review of Legahaulic's Lego Ideas project, Stitch. It was an absolute liberty that Lego chose not to turn Stitch into a set after it reached 10,000 votes. So much so that they realised the error of their ways and brought him back to take part in the 10th anniversary fan vote. But it turns out Lego fans can't be counted on when it comes to voting right, as you lot chose the International Space Station instead. Rubbish, the lot of you. So I found the instructions online and built him myself, and here is the review. Experiment 626 is the cutest abomination from the 2002 Disney movie Lilo and Stitch, as well as a number of sequels and spin-offs. Stitch is arguably the most popular classic Disney character since the turn of the century, and is used widely throughout Disney promotions, marketing and merchandising. I mean, can you blame them? He's adorable, and without shadow of a doubt my favourite Disney character. Legohaulic uploaded the mock to Lego Ideas back in October of 2016, and after a year and a half of voting, the project got the required 10,000 votes to be considered for being made into a Lego set. Unfortunately, that never worked out, so I found the PDF instructions on eBay for about £3.50. It came with a parts list that can be directly uploaded to Bricklink to make purchasing pieces that much easier. The instructions are very easy to follow and the build is pretty straightforward, so I didn't have any problems. They include which parts are used in each step in the top corner, as well as the red lines around the piece on the build to see exactly where they are placed. And here he is, Experiment 626 in Lego buildable form, and yeah, it is a pretty cool model. I have to say, first up, he is quite top heavy, so he does want to either fall forward or fall back, which can be a bit unnerving. I mean, he fell apart on a live stream the other day, which was very unfortunate, because yeah, just because of how much is needed to build the head. There's a lot of pieces in there, on the ears as well. He does just kind of want to tend to lean back, and he's not too bad. You can kind of do it. He's got quite a large surface area on his feet that it can kind of support it, so it's not too bad, but a slight knock and you are sending it back, and probably some of it will fall apart. So yeah, starting at the bottom, we've got feet here that can, well, the feet can turn along the bottom there on both sides, and then his legs can move up and down as well, so you can sit him down. Actually, that's probably a more stable position. If you were sitting him on a shelf that you might be knocking or something, that's definitely probably a preferred position to keep Stitch in, but I mean, he does look a lot cooler, I think, being stood up if you can get the pose. So you've got some tiling along here for his belly, and his little tail on the back there, which is pretty cute, and some more details of the dark blue there, which is nice. You've got two arms either side, which are posable at the shoulders and at the wrists. So there's a lot of posability out of this Stitch. He's got the claws there as well, which obviously can't move, but yeah, a lot of posability. On the neck can spin all the way around, not that it would ever really need to, and you can move the head up and down, as well as moving the jaw up and down as well. So that is independent of each other, which is really nice, but it does make it, like I said, that whole top heavy kind of thing, it does throw it back quite easy, so you do have to kind of be careful where how you're posing Stitch. But you got the two big eyes. These pieces, you only got one of these pieces in a Mixel set, so those are quite expensive. I ended up just buying the Mixel set used because it seemed just as cost effective to get the Mixel piece, to get the Mixel set to use the eyes. So that's one thing about this set is the rest of the parts are all reasonably cheap, I think, but those parts are quite hard to come by, and can be quite expensive. But yeah, the head, nice and round, it's got a really nice shape to it. I really like it, and then the ears are posable as well, so you can move them about. One piece has just fallen off the back there, so maybe I moved it a little bit too much, but yeah, you can kind of move them about there, and on the ball joints as well. So I'll just pop this piece back on here. So yeah, you just got to be a little bit careful with those ears. But yeah, you can kind of see at the back there, like the whole mechanism for the jaw. Obviously these pieces don't come in blue, so that's a bit of a shame. And also the back of the ears are the pink colour there, so you can kind of see that, which is, well, you can definitely see that, which is a little bit of a shame. But again, if you're sort of looking at it from the front, you wouldn't want big bulky ears to cover those up, so I can see why they were kind of left, because the overall aesthetic from the front is what is most important, I think. So I will go ahead and put the extra arms on Stitch. You just remove these slopes here, and then you can put some more arms in, and there's also antennas and stuff. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then show you him in his more alien mode. And this is Stitch with his antennas and extra arms in that more alien look, his original look, I guess. This makes it impossible, near on impossible to position. Trying to counterbalance those extra arms is just really not good with him stood up like that. Like, you can see just the slightest knock and it will start throwing him backwards or forwards. So it's making me a little bit uneasy leaving him like this, but yeah, I will grab him very gently. So in here you can see those slopes were taken off, replaced with some other slopes that get included in the parts list. So you put those back in, and then you've got it reveals two more pinholes either side, or a pinhole either side, to put another arm in each side. So it does look cool. I think he is definitely going to be a sat down Stitch if he has all these extra arms and antennas and stuff, which I don't think looks as good. So that's a bit of a shame, but yeah, it's just really difficult to keep him supported. But yeah, he's got antennas at the top, on his head there, and then also on the back he's got some little antenna alien-y things, don't know exactly what they're called, but yeah, he's got those clipped onto the back. Again, quite fragile. These don't take much to kind of pop off or come off there. So as much as I think I prefer alien Stitch as opposed to, I guess, dog Stitch, for want of a better word, or pet Stitch, I think it does look cooler if you can get him positioned right. But yeah, it's just a bit risky. The smallest tap, and it will come apart. So in that respect, I'm kind of a little bit gutted with this model. Like, I imagine if this did get made into a Lego set, then Lego would have foolproofed that, sorted out the balance of it a lot better. Probably would have been a less brick built structure to reduce some of that weight. But yeah, I will be having Stitch sat down in pet form, I think. Otherwise, I'm just worried he's going to fall apart, and that's not going to be a good look at all. But cool MOC nonetheless. Obviously my favourite Disney character, so it's really cool to have this in Lego form. But yeah, just a bit more fragile than I was expecting or was hoping. So a bit of a downside there, but nonetheless really cool, and yeah, definitely a talking point for my Disney collection, and one I'm happy to have in it. Despite being pretty fragile and certainly not the playset you think you might be building, this Stitch build is still so awesome to look at and keep as a display model. Having the option to interchange between his alien and pet looks is nice, and I think you can achieve some pretty cute poses that capture Stitch's charm. To get the 400 or so pieces minus shipping and instructions come in below £40, which I think is decent value for a MOC build with some pretty pricey pieces. This could be made a lot cheaper if you chose to build Stitch from your own collection and used parts. Maybe I see it as good value for money because of my love for the character, and my opinion is slightly biased, but hey, he's adorable and a prized possession in my Lego collection. I'm keen to know what you think of Stitch in the comments below. Are you annoyed that he wasn't made into an official Lego set and are considering to build him yourself? Or are you sat there staring at your International Space Station with relief? Let me know in the comments, and consider subscribing to the channel if you've enjoyed the video regardless of your opinion on the set. I'm Thomas, this is Tech Productions. Thanks guys, see you next time. Oh, if you've enjoyed this video, then how about clicking that subscribe button right here? Check out some other LEGO Disney content up there, or maybe you'd like something Star Wars related down here. See you next time.